Mr. Leader, why were you afraid to say anything about Schumer when you were asked?
No. Do not characterize.
No, my question was, why are you afraid to say anything?
Do not characterize my remarks. I'm not afraid about anything. Anything.
But you went to another question.
Anything.
When asked
Isn't
about
it a yes or no
that.
I said I was very clear that we look forward to working with every single one of our Senate Democratic colleagues.
Do you think Democrats ever actually had leverage in this fight?
What leverage? What leverage do we have? Democrats keep showing up at every night fight with a casserole, and they have these cheesy paddles, and then they, pick your fight or cheese ball stuff. Where's your messaging? And if you think now you're tough to shut the government down, then how do you get back in? Because millions of Americans are going to be impacted. A lot of them aren't even going to get paid, but they all get paid. What's the exit ramp? How do we even restart the government? Why? Because it's going to be under the terms of Musk and Trump and the GOP.
What is going on in your party, and do you think you can fix it quickly?
So, Harris, I'd just like to remind all of the viewers that this is something that happens normally after a party loses an election. Remember, 4 years ago.
No.
Oh, it is.
Did
4
you
years
hear
ago,
the cussing?
Republicans couldn't. Well, listen, 4 years ago, Republicans couldn't decide if the election was free and fair, if they were stolen. Donald Trump said they weren't. And Republican, you had governors across the state.
How is that
across the
anything
country
like your
saying
party dismantling itself and cussing at the American public? They're two
not
different
cussing at the
things.
American public. They're expressing frustration at what's happening. And I think some
Please
of the things
don't
that Donald
excuse
Trump
that
has said
bad
over the
behavior.
years has been far worse than what they've said. But that being said, like I said, with respect to the messaging, 4 years ago, Republicans were in disarray. People were saying that Donald Trump was going to cause them to lose every election for the foreseeable future. After the midterms, where Donald Trump endorsed candidates lost left and right, the Republican Party found its footing. Donald Trump emerged as the nominee, and he won. And so this is not an unusual path for parties to take after losing an election.
You know what I love about what he just did, Jeremy? He gave us a winning message for how Republicans do it, and he's hoping, I guess, that his party can follow the Republicans and win again.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't envy Fred right now. It's a tough job to try to come up with a winning message for Democrats. I mean, look, they don't have a message. They also don't really have the tools to really communicate with the base, with the normal, everyday American people.
It's a bit chilly. Gather around for the latest episode of Capitol Hill's favourite game show, Wheel of Misfortune, featuring our perpetually beleaguered Senate Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer. I might start shivering. Here's cold. Tonight, Chuck's spinning the wheel, desperately hoping it doesn't land on retirement. That arrow's been pointing there for a while, let's face it. It's really been spinning around and shaking for a while, getting close to the marker of retirement. Anyway, first stop, let's talk about Chuck's love affair with filibusters. He's kind of like that ex who promises they've changed. No more obstruction, just pure legislative love. Until, wow, power shifts and it's back to the same old tricks. Remember when Chuck thought nuking the filibuster would, I don't know, save democracy? Now, it's a punchline waiting to happen. I'll put my hood up. Sorry, it's a bit cold here. I know, isn't it delightful watching him juggle his caucuses, progressives and moderates? I'm not sure it's working. It's like watching someone trying to herd cats while blindfolded on a unicycle. Will AOC throw him under the bus? Or will Pelosi give him that nudge first? I just get the idea. It's TikTok. It's not anyone's game. It is TikTok, Schumer. Here's the kicker. Schumer's latest circus act involves cozying up so close to tremendous Trump's policies. You'd think he was auditioning for a spot on The Apprentice, White House 2025. Pelosi's out there shaking her head, and AOC's just waiting, this is what I think, for the perfect moment to yell, bingo! Or time's up, get out, whatever. So as you watch Chuck's final days play out, grab your popcorn, or better yet, a bingo card, because every day is a gamble in the life of Chuck Schumer. We should ask the question, will he land on the jackpot or bankruptcy, politically speaking. Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, I'm a bit cold, and the odds are as shaky as his stance on that vote was close today. Wow, that was close.
AOC is doing what Gavin Newsom is doing. She said that she's going to start going into the red districts and town halls, and she's going to go out there with Bernie Sanders. And I think the time for her is now or never. I think she is making a decision that, you know what? I think that this is the time for me to get out there because Schumer is out of sync with us. And if there's anything that she has done in the last few years since she's come to Congress, she's become more thoughtful. And she's become more reasoned, and she makes it clear what it is that she's thinking. So they've got a real divide within the party, and I think that she is the one who might be able to put it all together.
So here, all you need to do is turn on the TV. Look at your show. It's nothing but fear mongering. That's all the Democrats do. What's inflation doing? What's inflation? Up or down? Oh, it's down. What's the prices of eggs? Oh, they're down. What's the prices of mortgage? Oh, it's down, right? But we don't cover the positive things. We only cover the negative things to get everyone worked up. So here's two things. This could be a potential problem, but it actually could be a potential long-term solution. But when you don't want to cover the other half and all you talk about is the one half, of course, that's what you're going to hear. I would prefer to give both sides of the story. That's what real news people used to do, is they would give both sides of the story. So one side of the story is, yes, potentially on the short term, listen, tariffs could cause us some discomfort, no question. But let's take a look at the long term. Do you think there's any benefits to the long term? I can share with you that there are benefits to the long term if we can get this on a level playing field. And that's what we need to do. Instead of just getting everyone all ginned up about, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Let's talk about the vision on what we're actually trying to do, which is reverse the negative force and put America on track to be respected again.
Chairwoman, thank you so much for joining us. I wish you would watch our show more often, because you would see that we do have both sides on. Specifically, that's why you're on the air today, to present that side. That's what we do here at CNN. Chairwoman Linda McClain, thank you so much for the time.
Lisa, thank you.
Lisa, my apologies. Have a good weekend.